In the meantime, the floor welcomes Jordan with Quantum.
Thank you.
What is going on?
I don't know. What is going on today, Nick?
I mean, we got people, we got product, we got technology, we've got so much exciting stuff to talk about.
We've got NAB.
Oh yeah, there's that show that happens in like 2 days.
Yeah.
After I do another show. Yeah. All right, so Quantum, storage. You and I could talk about spinning disk, but that wouldn't be so exciting. I really want to, the conversation of generative AI and where AI sits in the market space.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing a lot with AI, a lot with harvesting of metadata inside your platforms. Why?
Well, our customers are content creators, and they make this content, and to be able to actually search and find video content can be laborious, especially if you don't have good metadata taxonomies and somebody who's consistently entering the data exactly the same each and every time out. And so, on top of the fact that an AI can inference what's in a piece of video far faster than a human being can manually tag things, and unfortunately in many cases more accurately as well, our customers can enrich their metadata, they can get more value out of that metadata, and be able to search it a lot easier and be able to build their content faster because they can actually find the content that they know they created.
And the AI doesn't complain about the coffee either.
It doesn't, not at all.
So in what ways are you doing this right now? How is this sort of falling into the quantum camp?
So the AIs that we've built are related to CatDV. What we're doing is we're inferencing things like object detection, facial recognition. We only use faces that our customers have provided to us. We don't actually have a facial recognition database for privacy concerns. We do, what do they call it? Facial landmark detection to determine kind of your emotional state. Are you mad? Are you happy? Are you angry?
What does the AI tell you right now?
I'm not an AI.
Oh.
Or am I?
No.
No,
Anyway.
no, I'm not. But it is a really cool technology to be able to, even translate audio and transcribe all the audio for an entire, football match. And by football, I mean soccer, because we have a cool soccer AI that allows us to know everything action-wise that happened on in the field of view. But we can also do things like look for logos that might be in the stands for advertising revenue. Because if the game, somebody's getting paid for the ad that's on the field, well, if that same vendor, their logo can be seen in the stands on somebody's jersey or whatever, that's an ad impression. They can charge for that. That's actually one of the things that customers are looking for the most in the sports area, is to help their ad revenue.
And I think all of these are important because, and this is why it's so interesting to me with what you're doing, is because you're handling this. We're not losing control of the media by publishing it somewhere else for somebody else to do. Like, if we think about in the transcriptions maybe 10 years ago, that was me sending audio to a third party that I had to trust to write everything down and send it back to me, right? And I'm losing control of my assets at that moment because I'm no longer in physical control of them. Now you're sort of solving for that by keeping it in the box, keeping the file in place where it belongs.
Very specifically in the box. We don't take our proxies and upload them to a public cloud vendor who's going to charge on a per shot basis. We provide a subscription that the customer can run as many times as they want. They can reprocess with the new model. Every time a new model comes out and gets that much more iteratively accurate, or just a nicer, newer model.
So we talked a lot about AI over the past couple of years, you and I. With all this AI coming in, obviously there's a displacement of human beings.
Yes.
Does it ever worry you that we're putting people out of work by taking their job?
100%. Absolutely.
Do you think there's any stopping it at this point?
No, there's rolling with it and finding ways to make use of the AI to expand upon the creative components, do the things that nobody wants to do with AI, and find the ways to let the actual talent, the creatives, work on the creative portions and spend more time on the things that they want to be creative on, as opposed to working on the mechanical things that they have to get done, but they're really, kind of mechanical in nature.
And I know this is way off course from how AI applies to storage and to quantum, but what worries you most about AI at this point? And I think we sort of talked about this already in terms of what it enables creators, but it also enables non-creators to harvest and to steal in a certain effect.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely intellectual property concerns, like very significant ones. There were some bills proposed in Congress, I think it was today or yesterday, which would require that the developers of the various AI models actually register their AI model with the Copyright Office and specify every piece of copyrighted material that's in that model so it can be tracked, so that they can validate whether somebody should be getting paid for their derivative material.
Do you think that's even possible, though? Because if you look at the models, I mean, there's thousands and thousands of assets to develop these models.
Practical? Probably not. But starting the conversation, I think, is very important so that those that are the technical people who can think about the most appropriate way of doing that, let them work on it once people start thinking about this is a problem, this is a challenge, and we need to be addressing this for the creators to keep creating. Otherwise, they're going to go on and do something different.
So what's next for Quantum, especially over at the show floor? What are you pushing this year? What are you showing?
Okay, so we're talking about new features in our brand new Myriad product. It's released, it's in the market now. We're about to make early access to our SMB3 stack that we licensed from a third party. And we released a press release just this morning talking about how we're bringing SMB Direct to StoreNext using the same SMB stack. So it's pretty significant change. We are dropping Samba and moving to a commercial licensed Microsoft SMB stack with SMB Direct, SMB multi-channel, and it's unifying the same SMB stack across our product portfolio as well.
I mean, why not? If it works, use it. It's still StoreNext under the hood to power it.
It's a really, really fast way of getting high bandwidth Windows users that need RDMA onto the SAN.
Nice.
Because certain applications require a lot of CPU load. The network can require a lot of CPU load. Combine the two, all of a sudden you're not fast enough with your whiz-bang awesome workstation to actually do your job. Taking the CPU workload out of the equation and doing RDMA access makes it so that the color grading system or the visual effects tools or the whatever tools don't have to worry about, am I losing cycles to the storage itself?
So you're a lot like me. You spend just as much time in other people's booths, wandering around, making connections, than you do your own. What are you hoping to see this year at NAB? What would you like to see out there on the show floor in terms of a product or a feature or?
Nick, I'm the alliance guy. It's my job to literally go talk to all those vendors, whether they're partners, they're competitors, whether I'm trying to buy something from them. But you know me, I'm trying to sell them something. So do I know what I think is going to be the biggest, coolest thing on the floor? No. I'm going to go open eyes and see all of the vendors' new things and figure out what we need to be addressing in our own product portfolio and figure out who the cool company to partner with is and find a way to bring technologies to the quantum portfolio and expand upon that.
So the collaborative effort is what you like about NAB, the opportunity to network and really pull something unique together.
Even the competitors in this field all used to work together at some point. I was looking at the reunion over there by my table. So it's we all can party and play together and also collaborate and build cool things together.
It's all one data center, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's called the cloud.
Yeah, fair enough. Awesome. Well, listen, Jordan, it's always exciting to have you on the show. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. This has been Jordan Winkelman from Quantum talking about what's next for Quantum. See you soon.